Well, if you woke up today and you didn't know what the date was, you might think it was fall. But no, very uncharacteristic cold spell for central Georgia, and it is indeed April, but that is typically what happens after the passage of a cold front. Cold air does follow. So we're warming on up a little bit now. We're getting low 60s down in Lawrence County and Dublin. Winds out of the northeast at 6 miles an hour, but temperatures not really going to get much higher today. As you can see, upper 50s and low 60s are the current story on our temperature map. But when we take a look at the satellite and radar picture, a little bit of cloud cover maybe in our southeastern half here in central Georgia, maybe a little bit of a late morning shower, early afternoon shower, if you will, but only about a 10% chance of a sprinkle for the next hour or so before we get into much more clearer weather across the region. As you can see, nothing really following behind this cloud cover that we do have right now. High pressure going to be settling in across the southeast, keeping us dry, but temperatures are going to be the real story. As you can see today, only getting on up into the upper 60s, but going to be clear sunny weather, so we will take what we can get in that department. And then even cooler start to tomorrow. We're talking low 40s. Some areas could even pop up an upper 30, maybe a 39 in our far northern counties as we do wake on up tomorrow. But then we're back to the mid 70s tomorrow, and this is going to start our warming trend, just about a few degrees each and every day. So you can see the low temperatures for Wednesday morning moving on up into the upper 40s. Some areas already in the 50s with a little bit of cloud cover, maybe keeping you a little bit warmer. And then we get to Wednesday afternoon and the 80s are back, but then you start to see a kind of a scattered rain chance as we move throughout Wednesday evening, maybe even some yellows and reds embedded in those scattered rain chances. So a couple storms are possible, not severe by any means, but a couple rumbles of thunder could be in play as we do get into Thursday morning as well. So we're in that time of year now where we have warm temperatures and we have an influx of moisture. So you're going to see very scattered rain chances according to the GFS and the Euro here on the long range. And that is going to exist just about each and every day from Wednesday all the way into Saturday and Sunday for the weekend. But the good news is very scattered and very short-lived. Storms, maybe a sprinkle chance. It's going to range from a very light shower to all the way maybe a little bit of a heavy rain, but going to be very short-lived, so don't go canceling any weekend plans that you do have right now. But once we move into next week, you can see there is a front approaching from the west, maybe our next organized rain chance, but still a week out, so we'll fine-tune those details as we get closer and closer to that. So another cold start for Tuesday, maybe a few degrees cooler than what we started out today at 43 degrees, 40, but then bumping on up to the upper 40s and eventually the 50s and flirting with 60 degrees as we do start on out Friday morning. So we'll look at tonight. There's that low. Yes, it's going to be a chilly one. Dress in layers. You will need a heavy winter coat. Maybe not a heavy winter coat, but something to keep you warm on your morning commute tomorrow. And then there goes that warming trend back to the 80s by Wednesday before we get into the mid 80s by Sunday.